Hello, this is not the announcement I was hoping to make, and for my sake and for Scott's. Unfortunately, FNAF World has been removed from the Steam store. Scott has removed it because it did not meet his quality standards, and that he was very sorry that he released the game incomplete. As a result, I will not be updating the guide any further. There is absolutely no point in my doing so. The game has been removed from Steam. Uh, if you have not bought the game already, you can't. If you have bought the game already, you can still play it. I will not be asking for a refund, even though Scott suggested it, because I liked this game. I felt that Scott needs to be compensated for his hard work. And this had a lot of heart put into it. I liked how it was one of the few retro games that actually feels like a retro game, as opposed to all the castles in the darkness out there, or the 8-bit boys, or the plethora of games that have an 8-bit retro style, no creative ideas of its own, no real plot outside of rescuing some kind of princess, and all of the jokes are reused memes with the creator not willing to address any of the flaws while yelling, "It's a homage, you guys!" You can see my videos on Castle in the Darkness for more about how I feel about those types of games, but this actually made me feel like I was playing a retro old-school NES-style game. Uh, and I was pretty glad for it. Like I said, there's no point in me updating the guide any further. No one can play this game outside of the select few who have bought it already. And Scott will be completely remaking the game for a game called New FNAF World that will not even have the same overworld. It'll be in 3D, it'll have a lot of changes, it'll have a stat screen, it'll have more characters. As a result, I will not update the guide any further. I was going to add little bit locations, I was going to add this and that, but there's no point in guide for a game that no one can play. I really hope oh yes, and new FNAF World will only be released on Game Jolt. I really hope Scott reconsiders and places the game on Steam in the future. Honestly, I hope he charges for it like $2 or a reduced price, because the man doesn't actually like to make money. It's just kind of a side effect. No, I don't feel like my hard work has been wasted. I feel like I've sort of helped screenshot and trailer a lot of the beta and help people understand the game, and I will admit the game did have its flaws. It had no stat screen. The overworld wasn't even full screen. A lot of the characters couldn't have moves that couldn't be upgraded. So by the end of the game, you basically had the bottom row as your entire party. There was no happy ending. Scott Cawthon himself was the final boss, which I didn't like because I don't want to hurt Scott. He has no release date planned for new FNAF World. But I'm glad I got to play it in this state, because you never know what could happen in the future. What if I'm not around to play new FNAF World? Well, I guess I wouldn't care because I'd be dead. I guess that was a little bit of a dark direction to go for this video. If people want, I will still make gameplay clips of this for those of you who didn't buy it and still want to see what the game's like. I may still show off the rest of the endings and the clock stuff for the lore theorists. If you still want me to do that stuff, put comments down below. I'm going to get me some pizza for breakfast. It's been a sad day. Scott's feelings were hurt, and honestly, that really hits me because he's not like most developers. He's not trying to make money. He's just trying to make a good game. And I know that because if he really wanted to make money, he wouldn't make FNAF World. He would have made FNAF 5, he would have made FNAF Kart, he would have made FNAF 1 Special Edition, $60 on Wii U and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with a special promotion by Doritos Mountain Dew with Day 1 DLC. Because he's made it. He's not a developer with potential. He's a developer who's made it. If he really wanted money, he could sell the game to EA, and then you'd pay $2 per night. He'd sell it to Telltale or Telltale or whoever, and release FNAF 1, the adventure game, episodic. But no, he made an RPG because he wanted to make an RPG. I have respect for you, Scott, and I hope that you release new FNAF World onto Steam with a re-release of the old game, even if it's for free. Mainly because this is a great game. And I'm sorry the trolls got to you. Though I look forward to playing new FNAF World. Love, luck, and lollipops.